And good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Chat CANNA. Of course, it's Wednesday, and that means it's Have You Heard? It is the 21st of October, and a new landscape greeting us today as we were outside. And right here in Crookston, we have about this much wet. I mean, the snow cannot hold any more water. When you step in it, you leave a puddle behind you. And the steps coming up in here to the video studio is that steel grating, and it doesn't push through. It just makes ice on the top of it. So this is the worst kind of weather here in October. We got to get rid of this and get to either real snow and real winter or get us back to that beautiful fall that we were having. Well, an interesting show for you today here with Chat CANNA. We are bringing some news out of Europe that's both a surprise and an interesting twist. And it's starting in Italy right now, but there is pressure on that this may spread to other countries in Europe. And here's where we are. The CBD, this drug, this chemical, what do you want to call it? That is now freely available in so many countries around the world, including the United States, as of yesterday has been classified as a narcotic in Italy. Officials simultaneously banned it from the Italian marketplace, everything. And they are talking about inflorescence, that means flowers, oils, resins, any other product that comes from the plant known as hemp sativa. This is big news. This is big news. This came out in Italy's official government paper called the Official Gazette. And all of a sudden, everything that you would use CBD for, that you could just go and buy it or raise it with a license, over, done, finished. What happened here and why is this surprise coming at us? Well, we're going to try and take this apart and maybe figure it out. And this could be the biggest case of big pharma ever, or it could be people not quite getting it and it's going to get resolved. Let's see what's happening. First of all, we have talked about, and you've heard about this drug called Epidiolex. Epidiolex is, I believe, how it's pronounced. This is the only drug that is approved. It's in the United States too. And it is the only drug from CBD that is FDA approved to be used as medicine. And right now it is only on label, meaning it can be used for other things. Doctors can prescribe it for other things, but the on-label use of it is that it can be used for two kinds of epilepsy and really bad forms of epilepsy, one called Dravet syndrome and one Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. And those are the seizures that you might remember that Charlotte's Web, the little girl Charlotte, from way back when the whole CBD oil thing came and broke away from the other hemp marijuana type plants started. And this is the chemical that they extracted from the plant that they absolutely have targeted and fits this epileptic seizure type thing. Well, now, of course, in Europe and in Italy, the government has said, okay, that's a drug. That's the only use of this product. Everything else is now illegal. It's considered a narcotic. It's off the shelves. It can't be sold. It can't be in regular hands of people. You have to go get a doctor's prescription. And right now they're only prescribing it for these two particular epileptic situations. Of course, doctors can prescribe off-label. There's all sorts of drugs that are used off-label because a drug comes out for one thing, but then as people use it, 10,000 people are using it. They find that, for instance, there's a drug that controls not seizures, but strong emotional feelings. But they found out that it reduces weight. It seems that people who are on this drug are also losing weight. Mayo then started using it off-label and prescribing it as a weight loss drug. Ask me how I know. And I would tell you the name of that drug, but I don't have it in my mind right now. But anyway, so there's a lot of drugs that do get used off-label, and that's not bad. It's just that the FDA has not gone through every use of that, but obviously Mayo Clinic did a whole bunch of testing and samples and had used the drug on label decided that it was a safe drug to use and said, let's try it for this other situation and see how it works. But the big problem that we have today now is the fact that this is happening in Italy, relatively small country, so easy to kind of control the space. And now they have cut it off completely. Now, it's interesting that they use this word inflorescence, because they are saying that inflorescence also contains any kind of flowering, including hemp seeds that are in the flower. So this basically completely wipes out all the hemp industry that you and I are thinking of, whether it's these industrial hemp plants behind us, the CBD that's raised where it's on a 6 foot by 4 foot spacing, like down at Uncle Funky's farm, where, you know, every plant is named and numbered, and he, I think every morning he goes out and calls them by name, like people gather their chickens together. So what's going to happen here now? Well, they're doing it in this one country, and now they say they're going after 3 or 4 more countries. What are the ramifications for this for the hemp industry in the United States? We don't know. We're only going to have to find out. But this is the news that I wanted to bring you today. You can find out about it by searching, of course, for Italy and CBD and what's happening. You will find it in several sources. And I wanted to bring it to you today on our Have You Heard, another edition of Chat CANNA, always a short version on Mondays and Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Of course, we have an interview program, and we'll be having one of those for you tomorrow. In the meantime, I wish you good hemping. Get out there and start making plans for next year or your indoor grows. And we'll look forward to seeing you here in about 23 hours and 50 minutes. Until then, John Reitmeyer saying goodbye and have a great day.